Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to Candid Cloud Convos.
It's your girls, Emelita and Gina.
And we're back, baby. Sorry for last week or whatever, to whomever was waiting.
We're just gonna brush past that.
Yeah, we're just gonna act like it didn't happen and get on to, better news. Better news this week.
We are
Gina, I have
live
a question.
with episode 60.
Episode 60.
What's your question?
I have a question about how far you're willing to go for forgiveness, or like to ask someone for forgiveness. What would you do? How far would you go?
I think it would depend on what I did. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like it would
like
depend
that.
on how much I messed up, I guess,
Right,
If it
right.
was really bad and I really felt bad, I would try really hard. I think just because of my own conscience too. But if it was after a certain point and it's not working, then I would kind of start falling back. Just
like
because
letting go.
Yeah, because I also feel like I know specific people, and I know probably there's a lot of people also that way, where like if they feel pressured or like forced, they're gonna retreat more, you know. Sorry, I thought I heard something. It sounded like a scream. But so I would kind of fall back and be like, I let them know. I'd say, look, like, I'm really sorry still, like I'm gonna give you your space, and I hope that we can come back together when you're ready or something. So I think if I knew I really messed up, I would go pretty far and then fall back after a few attempts.
Yeah.
But if
I'm definitely a believer in like the consequence having to match the action.
Exactly. Yeah. But if it was something really small and someone's just making like a really big deal out of it, then I wouldn't put too much effort, I guess. Yeah. Even though that might sound fun.
Let me tell you about this, and you tell me if you're willing to go this far. Okay. So I'm not sure exactly what happened. It doesn't say, but basically there's a man in China who has gone viral because he basically spent 21 hours on his knees with a bouquet of flowers outside his ex-girlfriend's office building, and like just begging for her to take him back and stuff. And people were like telling him like, you gotta let it go, and like telling him to get up and like, give her space or whatever. But 21 hours.
Jesus. He probably cheated. I mean,
that's where my mind went to, but I don't know.
I mean,
it doesn't say specifically.
Yeah, but it's like you have to have known you did something really wrong to put yourself out there like that,
to set aside a whole day to make it better. Like, goddamn,
his work is calling him hella times, and they're like, they see videos of him on his knees, they're like, if you don't get your ass into work right now,
you're losing face and money. Get your ass back to work.
Dude, no, I think
crazy.
I would definitely not do that.
That's doing too much.
And I
also
think that's another way
scary. If she
that's
needs
what I was
space,
gonna say. Yeah, that's one of those instances where it's kind of like you gotta fall back and just let it be known,
run its course.
Yeah. But that's a little much, because now what, the second she walks out of her apartment building, you're right there. I wouldn't want to leave. I would stay there.
It was her office.
Oh, her office,
like her job. So like, are you gonna follow her home? Like, she's not at work for 21 hours. So like,
that's what I was about to say. Why was he there for 21 hours? She wasn't there for 21 hours.
Maybe he was waiting for her to come back the next morning.
Imagine it was her day off. He thought she was gonna be there, so he's waiting for her. She's not even. She took the weekend off.
Dude, I don't know.
That's crazy.
But that's kind of going pretty far.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
it's just a long
you know what
time.
I've seen? Huh?
It's just a long time.
Yeah, for sure. I know he was hungry.
I'm hungry now.
Same. But you know what I've seen that really grinded my motherfucking gears? Like, really?
What happened? Who we fighting at dawn?
Our homeboy E40 was at a Warriors game
in Sacramento.
And he got kicked out because some lady started arguing with him, and then security got called, and it's like E40 against a white lady,
and a group of white
Yeah.
A
And
group
so
of caucasity, if you will.
they prioritize them. They just seen them. We're like, oh no, you must be in the wrong. Kicked him out. And he's like trying. You see him in the beginning of there's a video like trying to calmly talk to the security and tell them this, and that. They're not even listening. Like you can tell they're not paying attention to him at all. They're like letting go in one ear out the other, and are like, no, you gotta go, you gotta go. So then you start to see him get upset. Yeah. And he leaves, and he made a statement afterwards and pretty much was like, like they humiliated me. I've been to so many, like countless games in my life.
Huge fan of like Warriors and everything like that.
Yes. And
he goes to almost every game in the Bay.
What?
Even some of the players were like, I don't know why the hell like that went down the way that it did. I also seen
he's never caused problems at a game. So why this one time you're just gonna be like, oh no, you gotta go. Like,
did you see like what it was about? I did watch an interview. Okay, so there was someone who's he's like both teams fan and he's also an E40 fan. He was at the game as well. He was sitting nearby, like not in that same section, but close enough to understand what was going on. And he basically said that E40 and whoever he was with, they were standing up. And the lady was like talking shit, telling him to sit down for some reason. I don't know why. He obviously paying her no mind because like who the fuck are you? And then eventually she gets so annoying to where he calls her a bitch. He's like, shut up, bitch, or something like that. And that's why like it all happened like that. But
so she started it.
Yes, she started it because she's telling him to sit down. Like the stadium is built like this for a reason.
And you're at a basketball game. People are gonna stand up when they get excited,
or cheering, or they're saying hi to someone, like whatever. Like who the fuck are you? She's okay. Let me not. Let me fucking not.
She didn't have the front row seats and is like just bitching for anything. Yeah. Like, dude, tell both people to calm down. Okay, it is what he wasn't even bothering her. She started fucking with him. Yeah. And eventually anybody is gonna get annoyed at a certain point and say something back. Like
exactly. You keep talking to me like I'm gonna get annoyed.
Yes.
But I guess that when he got escorted away in the video, you can see like all those people like bye,
yeah, and like they were like high-fiving and hugging and shit.
And I tell you, I'm going in.
Literally, both are being thrown. I mean,
both.
Like I watched
surfing that a bitch. I said I'm crowd surfing that bitch.
No, for real. Hey, let me at her. Everyone's just pushing you that way. Get her out.
Dude, that's so annoying.
Yeah, no, that shit pissed me off so bad. Especially because it's like, I mean, people from the Bay never say this, but people from SAC have tried to say that they're part of the Bay. And this only goes to show that that's...
There is a 2-hour drive, my friends. I don't know what Bay y'all are from. That is the most false information. But it ain't that one.
And it was y'all's people that had E40 of all people kicked out of a fucking Warriors game.
Sacramento, do better.
For real.
Do better.
Someone else that needs to do better. Okay, tell me why. I actually never seen this on TikTok, but I guess there's a challenge on TikTok that I seen. Hold on, let me pull it up. Benadryl? Yeah. And I did never see that.
I seen it on Twitter from someone who is now in the hospital because of it.
That's exactly
the you see all that? Okay.
Let me I don't even know where I have it anymore, but I know I have it because I just seen it. A second.
It's like it's kind of similar to when we were in high school, people were doing like bath salts and shit like in Florida. And like it gotta remind
go like zombies,
like,
right?
Eating Tide Pods and shit. Do you remember that?
Girl, we were out of high school for the Tide Pods, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
That one was crazy.
Yeah. Okay, guys, this next one, definitely trigger warning.
An Ohio teen tragically died after overdosing on over-the-counter medication while attempting a viral TikTok stunt. The 13-year-old victim, Jake, we don't need to see his name, had been partaking in the Benadryl challenge, a dangerous pursuit in which participants take 12 to 14 of the antihistamines, 6 times the recommended dose, in order to induce hallucinations. The potentially deadly stunt started blowing up in 2020 as teens uploaded their attempts on TikTok in order to gain social media clout. I've literally never seen this. That's
never seen that before either.
The boy's father told ABC6 that his son was at home last weekend with friends when he overdosed. Footage taken by his friends showed the Columbus resident downing the pills, after which his body reportedly started to seize. it was just too much for his body, his father said. And he was subsequently rushed to the hospital and put on a ventilator. Despite medics' best efforts, the boy perished 6 days later on what his father described as the worst day of his life. And I just and I thought that TikTok had a lot of like guidelines and things that they, you know, ban or take down based off the content of the video. So I'm really surprised that this challenge was going around and it wasn't being removed. You know? I mean,
I never heard about it prior to this specific story.
Yeah.
So the fact that this is even a challenge, like, what are we doing?
Right. Like, why?
If you don't go outside and touch some fucking grass, go touch some fucking grass outside. What are you doing?
And also, I never knew that taking like a bunch of Benadryls will make you hallucinate. Like, I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either.
But
nor does that even like entice me to do it.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's just
there's a reason why there's a limit on medication and how much you're supposed to take, especially for that age, you know?
Exactly. And that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's really sad that, you know, kids see it and to them they don't understand the consequences. They don't understand like the severity of what actually like taking all of those pills does. They just think like, oh, this is gonna be crazy,
it's gonna be funny.
Like, yeah. And you know, they don't get it. And if they've never, you don't, well, I don't know. I mean, you wouldn't imagine you have to tell your kid not to take a bunch of pills as a challenge or like as a game, you know?
Yeah.
But clearly you do, and you have to just like, at what age do you really tell them about this, you know, those type of things? You don't think about that.
I think more like, put the medication aside, I think more so it's like social media and the access that these kids have to internet. Like, girl, when I tell you our kids are gonna be outside, you are not about to be no iPad kid. I'm sorry, it's just too dangerous. It's scary. You can't, like, of course you can do parental control and all this bullshit, but like, they go over to other people's houses, their cousins, their friends, their whatever, and like, they're gonna have access to it.
Do you remember that Momo thing on the kids' videos?
Yes,
dude. Like, even then, people like, literally, for what? Like, why do that to kids?
I don't.
That's just, it makes absolutely no sense to me.
Yeah.
To I don't even know. Like, that's so crazy. So it's just weird that, you know. And I had seen that in, I think it was Montana. Supposedly they're gonna like ban TikTok.
They already did.
Oh, they already did. Yeah,
they became TikTok, the first state to ban TikTok.
And I'm like, I mean, you know, okay. If you've listened to this podcast, y'all already know we're on TikTok. We use it all the time.
Yeah.
But I do think it would be beneficial to not have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's beneficial to kind of just like ease back on the social media in general.
Right.
So I really want to know how it goes for the people in Montana and what their thoughts are now, and then what their thoughts are a month from now. Yeah. You know, like, if now they're mad about it, but then a month from now they're like, oh, actually, like, that really helped me, or really like, you know, helped my mental health, or like something, right. You
know. I mean, personally, I feel like if it's not TikTok, it's gonna be something, you know. True. Like, they already came out with Lemon 8. It's like a new, it's kind of like a Instagram, TikTok into one. There's already a new platform from the same creators from TikTok. So it's like, there's always going to be something. Yeah, it's, I don't know how like new it is, but I know a lot of people, when the TikTok ban like started coming more and more in the media, they were like, oh, just switch over here in case if I end up losing it, like, follow me on Instagram and follow me on Lemonade. And I was like, I haven't looked into it. Like, I haven't downloaded it or anything, but I personally have learned so much from TikTok. So like, in a way, I would be kind of sad if it did get taken away, but I get for like more younger and more impressionable brains and things like that, I can understand. But I think it really just comes down to the parenting. Do you know what I mean? Like, it really has to be from the parents and whomever is caring for your child.
Yeah.
I feel like it has to start there, because if you explain to them how to use it properly and, you know, set certain limits on it, it might be annoying to the child, but you're ultimately protecting them from who knows what, you know. Like, anything is at the access of their fingertips, and it's really scary.
It is scary. And I seen, this is completely off topic, but thinking about like having everything, you know, accessible at your fingertips, the
Yeah.
way you're saying, reminded me of the like chat GBT and like the AI stuff.
Yeah.
I seen this thing where it was like someone had told the AI to like to create some kind of account or like do something for them. Now, you know how they have those things on websites, the CAPTCHA, the one where it's like, oh, put in the letters and numbers or pick the street lights or the bicycles in the
Oh,
pictures.
yeah. Like you're
And
not a
because
robot.
yeah, so
Yeah.
the thing couldn't do it. The AI, the chat GBT couldn't get past it. So what it did was reach out to somebody. I don't know, I forgot what it was called, like someone that does that for you. And the person asked, like, oh, why do you need us to help you with this? And the chat GBT said, oh, I'm blind, so I need you to just go past it for me because I can't get past this part. So it pretty much hired somebody to do it for them so they can get past that part to complete the task that it was given.
What the fuck?
And I was like, you see, now that's what I'm talking about. Where
Yeah.
it's so weird. Or there was another thing where it was like it can find every single picture of you that's on the internet.
I seen that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, see, like these are the things that really scare me when it comes to AI. And obviously, whatever pictures you have on the internet, they're there, so anybody can find them. But the fact that that will literally bring it all into one spot for you
at the snap of your fingers.
Yeah, that's what's really crazy to me.
I actually seen something, and it does go along with the AI stuff. Trigger warning again, guys. I don't know if it was this person and the AI was just like chatting back and forth, but it convinced the person to unalive themselves. I don't know like exactly what happened, but the person was talking to we'll just say robot, and they're going back and forth, and I don't know if it was like if that person was already in that type of mental state or what, but the person unalived themselves because the AI told it to, or like encouraged it to, or something.
Oh no.
And I was like, this right here is why I'm scared.
Yeah.
This right here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I don't like none of it. I don't like no parts of it.
Nada.
Not a bit. Oh, we should explain what we're talking about.
Yes. Good idea.
So, Gina, you had the idea, so take it away.
Oh, we're gonna be reading some of y'all's petty stories.
Yes.
We
decided to be a little messy.
Yeah, it was about time. We missed last week, so we started to come back with something juicy.
Right. We're spilling all the tea, y'all's tea.
Do you want to go?
We'll tell you if maybe you could have taken it a little farther. Like maybe you could have been a little bit more petty, and maybe we can get
justified or not unjustified.
Right? Are you the asshole or no? I don't know. I don't know. Do you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. I don't know which one I want to start with. Oh, okay. This one's like mild petty.
Okay.
My friend's Sprite kept getting stolen even though she wrote her name all over the can. This is at work. Okay. Finally, after the 5th time it happened, she got a habanero and cut it open and rubbed it all over the top of the can and left it in the fridge. We found out who the thief was when that afternoon we hear the office drama queen shriek in her cubicle and run to the water cooler. She never stole anything again.
Dude, that's really smart, first of all. That's really smart. Yeah, because it's not like it's not gonna hurt her to where like she's gonna be in the hospital or something. Sometimes I'm like, okay, that was a little bit incriminating. Yeah. But like that, I'm like, girl, serves you right.
The 5th time? I mean, yeah, why are you buy your own pack? Like buy your own pack of fucking soda and take it to work and put or keep it in your desk, write your name on it. I don't know. But why are you taking other people's? Especially because she's already putting her name on it. Did she? Yeah, she said she put her initials on, I read it and I didn't even catch that part. Like, did I make that up? It was right in the beginning. She said she wrote it all over the can, so probably not even just one. Hell no. Few, like everywhere. That's hecka funny. And it's one thing to be like, hey, like I forgot a drink or whatever. Like I saw you have a soda in there. Like, would that be okay if I had it? I'll bring you one tomorrow. Like just communicate. Every day? You did it 5 days out the week? And the price of soda's going up. Someone was bringing a Sprite just for you every single day without saying anything, and just labeled it with their own name, so you know who it was.
Like,
dude, no, no.
No, that's really smart though.
Justified. That was very justified.
Definitely justified. We co-signed that pettiness.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's funny, dude.
Okay.
But I kind of want to know, like, if you were the parents, what you would do.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. So I live next door to a couple, a very conservative couple, and it says like that's important.
Okay.
And they're twin boys. The boys can't be more than 8 years old, and like most kids, they like to play in the backyard, which is totally fine. Doesn't bother me at all. They're kids and like to run around. What bothers me though is that they love to throw their toys over into my yard. A lot of toys. Action figures, balls, frisbees, rackets, etc. Them throwing them over doesn't really bother me that much. What bothers me is that the parents keep demanding that we have to throw them back. They don't ask, they just knock on the door and apologize. Then they just, or no, they don't knock on the door and apologize. I'm sorry. Okay. They just yell over the fence when they know we are outside and tell us to give it back.
Oh, no.
And that bothers me. They also seem to encourage their kids to throw it over into our yard. So after Christmas, I know, I'm like, girl, you're putting them up to it. So after Christmas, I was at the store and I saw that they had a ton of Barbies, nail polish, Bratz doll, frisbees, and balls on clearance. I bought 5 of everything I could find, knowing that, where did it go? Sorry, there's 2 screenshots. I bought 5 of everything I could find that I knew my neighbors would hate seeing their sons play with. Every time an action figure gets thrown over to my yard, I throw a Barbie back with it. Every time a ball gets thrown, a Bratz doll will be returned. I already threw a couple nail polishes over and the twins went crazy. They loved it. They had pink, purple, and green nails all week. It's been 2 days and not a single action figure has crossed my fence. More importantly, not a single rude demand from the parents to return them. The kids are having fun and I have petty revenge. I'm sorry.
That's better than what I would have done.
You're spending money.
Like, that's what I'm saying. You spending money and it's cool because like it's fun for the kids. Like they get new things, you know, and that's cool. So that is a lot better of an idea than what I had.
Yeah.
I'd have just grabbed
pop the head off and throw it over.
I wouldn't even send it back. I would literally be like, oh, well, it fell into my yard. Now you guys didn't need it. So I donated those
Finders
toys.
Keepers, baby.
Yeah, she said it was around Christmas time. So there's probably those boxes where you get to donate shit in there.
Right. Since you clearly don't want it.
Right. Like clearly they don't need it and you're telling them to throw it over.
Exactly.
So they were donated.
But that would mean that the kids would have to suffer from it. You know? Huh? The kids would have to suffer from it.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I was like, oh, that's a better idea because mine would, you know, the kids would have had to, you know, suffer those consequences. So that would be kind of mean. But that's
the parents are putting them up to do it. Like they think it's funny or something.
Like, why are they teaching their kids that? You know?
And what if they had a dog on, like, if the neighbor had a dog and you're throwing the stuff over, like the dog could eat it,
choke or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'd be like, at some point, I'd be like, I'm not going to throw it back. And be like, I'm going to throw it back this one last time. Your kids keep throwing stuff over my fence. I'm not giving it back. At that point, it's on my property. It's
right.
You're telling, I can hear you telling them to do it. So unless you want your kids to start losing their toys, I'm not like, you need to stop letting them do that because I'm not going to give it back anymore.
Who are you as a grown adult to tell me as another grown adult what to do?
Exactly. If you had a conversation with me and be like, I'm so sorry, like we're working on it. You know, if you could please just like send them back over or something.
Especially with kids, we're very understanding.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. If you had a decent conversation with me about it, like kindly asking me, I'd have absolutely no problem doing it.
Yeah.
But if you're going to tell me and demand me, that's where we're going to have a problem.
It's the tone. It's always the tone.
Yes.
What did they say? It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
And I think that was justified.
I agree.
Definitely.
And I think it's really nice that you got them some gifts too.
Yeah.
But their parents probably hated the nail polish.
That's their problem now.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one says, in 2010, I found out my fiance had been having an affair with our neighbor for the past 6 months, 2 weeks before our wedding. His best man broke down and told me. For 8 years, I have been giving creepy dudes my ex's phone number instead of mine. His sister always texts me his new number when he changes it. She also sends photos and videos of him losing his mind angry when he gets a call from a dude looking for a hookup. His sister is a real MVP here, though.
Dude, the audacity.
2 weeks before their wedding. Oh my God. You know what that fucking reminds me of? That pissed me off so bad. You know Becky G?
Yes, I do.
Just
She
recently,
a bad
y'all.
bitch.
She's a bad bitch. And just recently she was proposed to and she looked so happy. And like she had just went on a podcast too talking about like openly about her relationship and how like happy she was. And not even maybe a couple weeks later, it comes out that maybe from the podcast, but maybe a few weeks more from the actual engagement, that he cheated.
It's been like a month or so since the engagement.
Yeah. That he cheated. And he made a statement on his own, on his own Instagram. And it pissed me off so bad because I'm like, dude, like, why propose? It was your decision to propose, and then you're gonna cheat, or you already
they've been together for like 10 years.
Yeah. Oh, 10 years? Oh, damn.
They've been together for like 10 years. I think it was 8 or 10. It was a lot
They
of
were together for a long time. Yeah.
A good, significant amount of time. Absolutely.
And it's like, I mean, obviously, anybody can get cheated on, but damn, Becky G, like, homegirl's beautiful as fuck, talented as fuck, nice, humble, like,
she seems very, very sweet.
Yes.
Like she definitely seems like a good person. Yeah.
And so I was just like, ooh, that pissed me off so bad. I'm like,
but she said that she's happy about it.
How you gonna? Well, huh?
She said she's happy about it.
I mean,
the fact that they're not going to be married and all of that. Like she said that she was just going with it because she felt like that's what she was supposed to do.
Where did she say that?
Just recently I saw it after the cheating thing came out. She did an interview and she was, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I need to look this up.
She was saying how like I guess she didn't want to believe that they weren't really supposed to be together, or that things weren't like quote unquote perfect. You know what I mean? I swear I just saw that on TikTok. I should have liked it. I hate when I do that.
Oh my God, I have to see that. I have to see it. Because like they looked really happy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Or maybe she's more so like now that she knows all of what she knows, she's probably like, oh, I dodged a bullet. Because if you can propose after knowing what you know about what you did to me.
No, like, yeah. That's worse. Like, I mean, both is fucked up. But it's worse if you propose to me already having done it.
Right.
Because like you said,
you didn't give me the opportunity.
That's like manipulation.
Oh, it definitely is. You didn't give me the opportunity to make an aware decision.
Exactly.
With all of the information I should have.
Exactly. It's like
if she still chose to be with him, that's on her. That's her business.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like, how when Ross had sex with the other girl and Rachel was like, and he was like, but he goes to Rachel and was like,
but you said we could get through
anything. Yeah, he's like, you said we could get through anything. And when she goes, well, what the hell did I know? Because she didn't know what he had done. And
like, not only different. Like people say like, oh, our relationship is so strong it could get through anything, but that does not have to be an anything thing that you have to get through. That's not a bump in the road. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's another form of like manipulation to say like, oh, I need somebody that's gonna go through hell and back for me, and that they stick with me through everything I put them through. And it's like, but why are you putting them through so much? Why are you?
Or you give up when it gets hard or whatever. Like,
you mean when you cheated on me? Like,
what in the gaslight is this?
Yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
like that's your fault, and you're gonna try to put it on me that I'm giving up on the relationship because you cheated. Got me.
If roles were reversed, damn well that dude is not gonna stick around. It's disgusting, honestly. I just feel like if you're not happy, fucking move on.
Right. And this is so off topic kind of, but like there was this video of this like couple. I seen it on TikTok. It was like a clip of their video or something where it was like, I guess a question had came up like, oh, would you stay if the other person cheated or something like that? Like, could you get past your partner cheating? And at this point they're just married, or I think they just got married. And the guy was like, well, to be honest, like I think that I would, because like I just can't imagine my life without you. And but like he said it like a baby. You know when you know how couples like some couples do that like baby talk? And she was like, and you know, okay, I'm sorry. And I'm not like y'all are happy.
We're
this
not
is your relationship.
judging nobody.
No, it's just very different from like it's very different from my perspective, I guess.
Could you imagine, bitch, if we came over and I'm talking to Chef like that? Y'all would roast me until the ends of the earth.
I'd be like, hey, let's go get some food. We need to talk. Like, we need to have a little meeting.
We need to do a temperature check here.
Yeah, no, I was literally like, you know, okay, he's expressing his emotions. Great. That's absolutely great.
Right.
And she was validating his emotions, which was great. You know,
nice. Yeah.
It's just in the fact of like the baby talk, like once in a while, I can have like a little like whiny voice or like whatever,
right.
you know. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like at all.
We're not perfect.
No, but like it's just like constant baby talk.
Yeah.
Icky. Or like
icky.
In a serious situation, like a serious topic.
Yeah.
Like cheating, and they're like, but like because I just don't know that, you know, I couldn't do anything without you, and like I just love you so much. Like that to me, if I was the girlfriend or the wife or whatever, and like that's how they started talking when we were talking about a
boy, grow some balls.
Ooh, like you know what I'm saying? Like I would just kind of be like,
I do.
Ooh, okay.
Iggy,
you know what that reminds me of too? You know what that reminds me of too? Okay, I haven't watched it, but now I really, really want to watch this season, and I haven't watched any of them. It's the Love is Blind, the most recent season.
Because oh my god, I haven't watched it yet either.
So many TikToks and clips of it. And there's a girl, like one of the couples where the guy's like super sweet and really nice, and the girl was like, boss up, man up, I need you to like, you know, argue with me and yell at me and blah blah blah. And he's like, I'm chilling, like it's good, like I don't like yeah. And so it's funny because it kind of sounds like that's what we're saying, but it's not to the extent that she's taking it.
No,
which to be honest, at a certain point, like I was, you know, I thought that way.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, if we're arguing and you're not yelling, like you obviously don't care. Like that's how I actually used to think.
Because it's like the passion, like
yeah, you know, that's what you put it as.
I want you to match me with like the passion and whatever. And that's the problem though, is that people get so caught up in that cycle, and obviously it ends up turning toxic if like that's all it is. And then people who say once they get out of that toxic relationship, they get into a new relationship where the person is more like sweet or calm or whatever.
They get bored.
And they're like, yeah, they think it's boring, but like, it's just a healthy relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's so funny because like I used to think that way too, but like the way she's saying also is just very, you know, it's kind of messed up. You know, that guy seemed like a pretty good guy, but and he had told her like, okay, well then I want my ring back, and she's like, well no, because when I accepted it I meant everything I said, I just changed my mind now. I'm like, girl, if you don't give him his freaking ring back,
yeah, you don't get to just
pick and choose what you want to keep.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even want it if that's what I'm saying.
Like I think that part's really messed up. But yeah, the baby talk really is not,
it's not giving.
Oh, it's rough. That's
rough. Giving ick. It's giving it's giving
like I wouldn't even, and that's what, like I would feel messed up because I'm like, he's being vulnerable and like telling me like his honest feelings, but it's the way he's telling me
I couldn't.
Obviously there are women out there that can, so if you're like that, don't change your ways, you know. Stay
you
true
be
to
you,
yourself.
queen. You be
you will find someone that will accept you for all that you are.
Right.
Me personally, I just could not.
No. Yeah, no.
Because at the same time, like and maybe I don't know if this sounds toxic or not, but and if it does, cut it out. Who
am I gonna say to be the judge of that, bitch?
Well, listen, like let me say it first and then you let me know.
Okay.
Like I'm the type that if I'm wrong or there's something where maybe you know more about it than I do, like I will probably need it because I can get stubborn or like hard-headed with things, but like I also want you to be able to put your foot down in certain like situations and be like,
put me in my place.
Thank you. There are times when everybody needs to be put in their place. I need to be put in my place, and I need somebody that's going to be able to do that. I don't want someone I'm going to be able to walk all over.
Or like beating around the bush. Like, tell me straight up.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And so I feel like just somebody that can't do that without doing a like weird voice or I don't know, like a
like if it makes them so uncomfortable to give constructive criticism or something, because that's really what it is, in my opinion. Like, or they just don't agree with something, you know?
Yeah. Sorry. Oh my God.
What happened?
I'm gonna lose my mind right now.
What happened?
He made tinga. Oh shit, you can't see. He made tinga, and I had no motherfucking idea he was making that
today. Eat a bite, eat a bite.
Oh my God. Okay. You gotta tell me twice. I mean, you did, but you know. I would have listened the first
That was just my brain.
I'm gonna cry right now. I'm gonna cry right now. Oh my God.
Fucking applause.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
It's okay. I cry over food too. It's so bad.
It was such a good surprise.
Okay. I took the family out to eat at Applebee's. Oh, such a good choice. Wow. Good for you. The lot was full and I saw a customer come out to leave, so I waited for him to pull out and take the spot. Guy pulls out and a car full of young girls just pull into my spot. You know the type, it says. Well, I rolled down my window and I told them I was waiting for that spot, and the driver says, "Too bad, your name wasn't on it."
Oh, you fucking bitch.
I was livid, but just waited for another space and went in and ate. Girls were at the bar doing shots, getting wasted. We enjoyed our meal and paid the waiter. I then asked the waiter if he wanted to make $20 quickly. I asked him to go up to the girls 10 minutes after we left and tell them they got a call from someone that said that they had keyed their car and that they should have parked somewhere else. In all capitals, it says I did not key their car. I called him about an hour later to ask how it went. He said they all went nuts, screaming and shit, and even called the police. Bonus. Ready? Cops came and found no damage to the car, but noticed the girls were damaged to drive. Cops left and circled back and watched the cars. Girls come out, get in the car, start the car, and the parking lot explodes in blue lights. Busted. DUIs and PDs for all.
Damn. You know that waiter was just waiting to to tell the guy about how everything went down.
Yeah, he says, I don't know about the bonus. I didn't know about the bonus till a week later when I went back for a few beers. The waiter recognized me and told me about the bonus story, laughing the whole time. Another 20 to the waiter. Best $40 I ever spent.
I mean, they shouldn't be drinking and driving anyways, so that was their own fault.
They deserve that.
Yeah, that was their own fault.
And it's just so inconsiderate.
Oh yeah, how rude is it to do that and be like, and parking when it comes to somewhere that's so busy and packed, it gets so frustrating circling around and around and up and down aisles trying to find a spot. So if you've been waiting there and someone
have your blinker on and everything,
that's so messed up, and that'll send anybody off. Like that, and be like, oh, your name wasn't on it. Like I was literally, it's just the rules of the road, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and you could tell she was young by her response.
Your
name wasn't on it. It's like, oh, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Like fucking little ass kid. Shut the fuck up.
Like, get it together. Like, that was her own karma, pretty much.
Right. And then to try and drive off after that, after you're wasted, you deserved it.
Exactly. You
deserved it.
Justified.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Okay, this one's kind of dirty.
I was like, what's wrong?
Because I was like, I don't remember this story, and I'm like, does it even get good? But I think it was more because like this guy's kind of gross. Ooh. So it says after the bro I was dating gave me the silent treatment for a week while we lived together, I found out he was cheating on me, and I hid all his protein powder in his dirty laundry. He called the cops about 3 weeks later, who then showed up at my house asking about stolen protein powder.
Are you kidding me?
Don't the cops have something better to do than to look for a stolen protein powder? Like the fact that they actually showed up to her house to ask her about that is wild. But she said, I informed them that no, it wasn't stolen, and if he had done his laundry in the last 3 weeks, he would have found it. One cop looked annoyed, but the other one burst out laughing. Wish I could have seen my ex's face when the cop informed me he needed to do his laundry.
I mean, I definitely understand the cop that's annoyed, because I'd be like, why the fuck are we here? But also, why'd you take the damn call about protein powder?
Exactly. Protein powder? Like, come on.
So he's a gym bro. Some more.
So you can go. So that means like you're going to the gym, getting all sweaty and all these things, and you have all these dirty clothes, and it's been 3 weeks since you've washed your own clothes.
I know damn well you do. I was gonna say, I know damn well you do not have that many Jonas. Like, come on. There's no way.
3 weeks worth? Yeah, right.
I don't even have that many. There's no way.
Dude, what? Like, I don't know. Are you just buying like new packs rather than just doing your own freaking laundry? Yeah. So that means he probably never did laundry and she always did it. So because she moved out, now he's just not doing.
She knew where to hide it.
Yeah, she knew
he wasn't gonna go in there. Yeah, I do laundry like, if not every day, every other day. So I could not even imagine.
No, like I would say most, like, especially living on your own, like a week. Like if you can go a week, you know, go through your laundry. But three full weeks and you didn't do laundry not once, not even one load to like get some stuff. I'm confused.
I think it's because for me it's easier because I don't want to fold a fuck ton of laundry all at once. So I'd rather just do it little by little, so I could just fold a little bit and then put it away, and then I know I'm good and I feel accomplished.
You know what's funny is like I'm the opposite in that way.
Really?
Like if I have, and so like let's say like we do our laundry like if we can twice a week, but probably more like once a week, right?
Yeah.
I'll wait until all of the loads are done to then do it, because I don't really like folding laundry and I don't like putting away laundry. So like I'd rather do it all at once and be done with it than like do it and then have to do it again and then have to do it again. And it's but also socks. I will not put socks together until the entire laundry.
Yeah, I just make a pile.
Yeah, because I'm like, why am I going to try to put these ones together and I still have some in that one? Like I might as well just wait till they're all done and then start piecing them together, you know?
Yeah. For our socks and stuff like that, like your intimate stuff, we have like bins, you know, like the cubes. So sometimes I'll just bring the bins out and I'll just toss it in whichever one. So then I don't even have to worry about it. Because with socks, especially, most of the time we just buy the same socks. So it doesn't really matter. So you can put them together. Sometimes they're colored and like you have to put them together. But for the most part, we have black socks. And I know which ones are mine and I know which ones are his. So I just put it in a pile, or I'll just throw it in the thing.
We have like an array of different kinds of socks and everything. So, like, they gotta be put together.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. It's like an OCD thing for me. I prefer black socks. And I like it really, really, really will bother me if I have two different socks now. But back then, I never used to care. I purposely would mix match my socks. But now I feel like it gives me like the heebie-jeebies.
No way.
Yeah, I'm
I don't know if I ever did it like purposely to mix match, but I always like would mismatch. Yeah. Just because like I can't find the other one, so I'm gonna just throw this one on like with it. Right. But
I think it's because I have to feel the same on both feet. Do you know what I mean? Like some socks are tighter than the others, or if they have hella designs, then like there's a line across a certain. Yeah. I can't. I have to feel the same on both feet.
No, I can understand that. No, I can understand that. Like if I have weird things with my feet too, like the feeling wise. Yeah. So like even though that one's not one of them, I understand that it could be like a feeling. You just have to have it. Yeah.
It just makes your skin crawl. I don't know. It's such a weird. We should do an episode about our like weird little ticks.
Yeah.
We have random ass ones.
The title, like. We have ticks. We got ticks.
Is that not what it's called?
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just because it could be both.
Infested with ticks?
Yeah, infested.
Oh my goodness.
So this one says, this one's a very light, I think. But maybe something I would do if I was this worker. message says, I used to manage a Starbucks when one of my baristas asked the guy his name and he just flipped the fuck out, belittling her, called her stupid, etc., and didn't give a name. Which, why are you going into a Starbucks and you don't want to give your name? That's literally every Starbucks. It's just every coffee shop mostly. You
one
give
of those like regulars who expects you to already know who they are in their order.
Oh my god. Maybe.
Miss me with that. What is your name?
For real. Anyway, I take over the handoff drinks and place his drink just on the handoff with no words. I'll add it was a busy store with a lot of people waiting. I just kept putting drinks out for about 10 to 15 minutes, and douchebag walks up and picks up his drink that's now lukewarm and goes, "Is this mine?" And I just respond with, "I don't know. It doesn't have a name on it." And I liked that so much.
Yeah.
Petty, but you know what? I probably would have did the exact same fucking thing.
Right.
And I like that he's looking out for his...
That's a perfect reaction. That's perfect saying to say.
Yeah,
like, I don't know. Doesn't have a name.
And like couldn't call it out. No name on it.
Yeah.
And it's also like he's looking out for his employees. Like he noticed that the guy was being a dick and was like, you know what? Like, I got you. You know, you're not gonna have to deal with that, and I'm just gonna be like, oh no, the customer is always right.
Right.
No,
which is bullshit.
Exactly. We're gonna get back at him a little bit.
So that's dope.
I appreciated that. Yeah.
Especially if it's like a super busy time of the day or something. Cause I know sometimes they'll just read off like what the order was and they don't ask your name. So they'll be like, oh, caramel frap, blah, blah, whatever. Yeah. Why did we both say caramel frap? Neither of us ever ordered that when we're together too. That's so funny. Yeah, if it's hella busy, then people might have the same drink. So that's why they ask you your name.
Stupid.
Okay. My ex-boyfriend wanted to see a sold-out show of the Foo Fighters this summer. Him and his friends failed desperately in getting their hands on any tickets. I, however, as the bad bitch I am, just kidding.
You ad-libbed that.
I, however, managed to snag two. I waited until Christmas to give them to him, and he was beyond excited, jumping up and down excited. Fast forward 1.5 shitty months later, he dumped me 2 days before Valentine's Day, literally ignoring me after literally ignoring me for 3 weeks. The entire breakup blindsided me after 1.5 years together. I haven't talked to him since, but little does he know, I wasn't quite finished with him yet. My brother just so happens to be a huge Foo Fighters fan as well. I logged into my Ticketmaster account and surprise, surprise, tickets can be transferred. So my brother is going to have the time of his life while my ex-boyfriend gets turned around at the doors. Sucks to suck.
Hell yeah.
I didn't actually know that you could like change them or anything. So I was like, oh, that's smart, dude. Like, you thought you're gonna get ready, you're probably gonna bring the girl who you're now talking to or something to the thing, and you're gonna look stupid when you get up there and they're like, your ticket's not valid. Like, I don't know.
I mean, he's honestly stupid for thinking he could still go to that fucking concert.
Right.
After breaking up with her, and she's the one who got the tickets. Like, you got me so messed up if you thought you were still gonna be able to go to that. Hell no. I'd rather
2 days before Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
How rude.
After 1.5 years of being together and you ghosted her pretty much, and then just decided to break up with her right before Valentine's Day.
That's fucked.
Like, that's crazy. That's messed up.
Again, like we said, communication.
I seen a TikTok where the girl was like, oh, you know, they're like, why do you got trust issues? Or like, why don't you trust, you know, things or whatever? And she was like, because the last guy that I was with literally was holding my hand, singing to me, like in the car ride home. He was like holding my hand. He was being super sweet, telling me how much he liked me, blah, blah, blah. Super affectionate.
Yeah.
And ghosted her the next day. So like, I was like,
oh my God.
And so many people in the comments were saying that, like, oh my God, does this happen to everybody? Like, does everybody have the same experience? And blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's so common that happens, that they can literally be the sweetest and then all of a sudden they just ghost you. And that's such a sad.
It's called love bombing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Love bombing.
Or breadcrumbing. Have you heard of that?
Where they just give you like the slightest little bits of affection. So you keep wanting to come back for more, but it's still not enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
The love bombing is pretty much the opposite of that.
Yeah, they just
and then they
overload, and then they like never talk to them again.
Crazy. To be playing with people's emotions like that is crazy.
Right. Especially there's so many other things that you could be doing with your day.
Right.
You know, I have a question.
Yeah.
So they were saying how this doesn't obviously go for all men, and we're speaking very binary terms. Okay. So basically I'll tell you what it was and then I'll ask you a question. So they said that a man will let go of the woman he's supposed to marry and then end up marrying the woman that's in front of him at the time he's ready to get married, but it might not be the right person. Do you think that's true?
Yeah,
like I think let's say at 25, like the girl and the guy, they're together, she's really ready to like settle down and start moving forward with like a family and all this stuff, and he lets that relationship go because he's not ready, and then he just ends up with whoever at that time, ends up marrying them and settling down and all that because at that time he's ready, but it technically might not be the person he was supposed to be with, you know?
Yeah.
Do you think that's true?
I think it can be true, but I don't know for like all the time. Like, what if it was just, you know, right person, right time, and the other person was like right person, wrong time, and that's why it didn't work out, you know? But I think it's
very interesting.
Yeah, it is. It is, because it's like, I mean, if you're not ready and this is the right person, it's still not gonna work out because you're not ready, you know? So it's kind of like, unless when he was ready, came across that other person again and it still just wasn't happening, then like, you know, then it's clearly
not that she already moved on and he's like, oh well, like I want to be settled down, I want to be married now, so he just makes it happen with whoever he was with.
That's this is kind of different. It's different but kind of similar. I asked Elsie this question before, was who do you think kind of has the more upper hand, for example, like that's probably not the right word, but you know what I mean, like the upper hand in this situation is the first love of a person, right? Or so like, let's say, you know, you have your first love, you guys break up, and the person says, I'm never gonna love anybody again the way I loved this person, like they were everything to me, and they're set in their mind, they're like, there's no way I could ever love somebody the way I loved my first love, right? And someone comes along and changes their mind. Oh, because we were listening to a Fiji song and it was saying something like, you know, you got me to love again, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And like, I never thought I could fall in love again, and you came along, whatever. So this person meets somebody else, he falls in love with them, and it's like, oh my God, I didn't know I could love like this again. Like, I love you, so you brought this back out of me. Yeah. Who has the more, you know, kind of upper hand or like stronger significance, I guess you could say, the first love or the one that got him to love again?
I think the one who got him to love again, because even, okay, let's say you're very young when you're with your first love, right? And you think that that's what love is because it's like fresh and it's new and you're feeling all these things and it's like so crazy, you know? It's like your only experience, you have nothing to compare it to.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you get in a relationship where it's even better and you're like, oh shit, I realized that I didn't really love that person, because if this is what love is, then I definitely didn't love that person. You know what I mean?
But like, in a situation kind of like ours, I guess you would say, where it's like we have our first loves, we're with them.
Yeah.
Obviously,
so God forbid. It doesn't count.
Like, God forbid, like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Say we were to break up, somebody.
Oh no, like, I'm haunting that ass.
We're like, no way, never gonna happen. Someone else comes along, makes you realize, like, and it's not, because like for our situation, it's not like you can say, oh, I didn't realize that wasn't love. Like, we know that this is love and we love this person, right? So it's a situation where, you know, like, it's a legitimate, it is your first love, it's real, it's deep. And then, you know, someone else comes along and gets you to, you think, you know, that when you thought you couldn't love again, they bring it back out of you. But that person was that first love
was so like monumental.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? I think that's like when it's that deep,
right?
Not just like a teenage
in that case
love.
In that case, then I think it would be the first love, because
isn't that
it's
hard?
like no matter what, like you're always gonna go back to that, not go back to that person physically, but I mean, like, your brain.
Yeah. So that's how it's kind of like, that's a hard one, because if it's like something where it's like, you know, our situation where it runs that deep, you know, and it's been so many years and different milestones in life that we've experienced together. Then for, you know, it, like, say we break up and then never thought we'd love again and find somebody that does bring it out of us, it's like it must have taken a lot and be very significant for someone else to bring it out of us when we thought and were set in our minds that that would never happen again.
Yeah.
But at the same time, but that one was also so significant that like you said, you probably could still be thinking and always comparing things to that
I
person.
think it would be constantly comparing.
You know? Yeah. So like that's what I was like, that's a pretty, it would just, I feel like it depends on each situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Ooh.
Super random.
That's a sticky situation.
Right? Yeah.
God forbid we ever have to deal with that, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Thankfully, we have the best of both worlds because it's our first love and it's our long-lasting love.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was like, God forbid, but the question came to me because of that song. I was like, damn, like that must be pretty crazy to be like, oh yeah, I got him to love again. Like, yeah, that man was set in his ways and now he loves me. He don't love you no more. He loves me.
That sounds like a lot of work.
I wonder if it, you know, like, oh, like even in Queen's song, I think it's Butterflies Part 2, which is like, you said you would never fall in love again, and then you told me you love me, and like that meant so much to me because, you know, whatever.
That he was scared to fall in love.
Yes, thank you. Like he was scared to fall in love again, and then, you know, whatever. So it's like, you know, it could just happen, like, if whatever the way it did for them, right? Yeah. That is like, if the two girls got together and the one was the first love and the other one was the new one, it's like they both have good points.
Right. And I feel like they probably, I don't know, because everyone's different, obviously. So what one person might not have been, so obviously you can't be perfect on everything, right? Like all different things. You're not going to be perfect at it, or sometimes you might fall short in certain things. So maybe what that person brings to the table, you're like, oh, maybe this is better because they pay attention more to such and such, and the other person, they didn't, but the other person paid attention to other things that this person doesn't. So really, just be alone. I'm just kidding.
You walk out of the house.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's not an option. You know what I mean?
It's just so crazy. Like it was a weird scenario I thought of that was like, damn, like that's sticky, you know? Yeah. So it can go both ways.
You want to have me fucked up? That's that.
Is it me?
I'm moving away. I'm moving the fuck away if that ever, God forbid, was to happen.
That's literally what else he said. He's like, I'm no good. Fuck out of here.
I'm no good. I'm getting Antarctica, here I
come. Is it my turn? Okay.
I think it's your last one.
Yeah, this is my last. So this one's a video I had seen. And I actually wasn't looking for like a petty story at the time that I seen it. I just had remembered about it. And I was like, oh, like I guess it's pretty petty, but you know, is what it is.
I'll be the judge for that.
Yeah. So it was a truth or drink video. You know those like ones where they had exes.
We've done together. One.
Oh, yeah. But you know, like that, it's like I don't know if it's a show, but it's on YouTube. Where they either put like mother-in-law and like the, you know, the boyfriend or the kid's girlfriend or boyfriend, or like exes or couples or whatever, you know? Yeah. So it's a truth or drink with exes. And one of the questions that came up was, why did you guys break up? And he was like, because she cheated on me. And then so he was like, you know, she had to answer the question too. She goes, well, because I cheated on him. And because, like, why did you break up, right? And she's like, because I cheated on him. And she goes, and because he was always going to strip clubs, even when I begged him not to. And
before or after?
Before. Oh, okay. I guess he would always be at strip clubs, and she kept asking him like not to go to strip clubs. And he's like, yeah, but I didn't cheat. And then goes to say that he would constantly be getting lap dances from the strippers. And she's like, I literally would, she goes, yeah, you always got lap dances. Like I kept asking you not to go back to them and you kept doing it. Right. So eventually she cheated, right? Not saying that's an excuse, and I'm not saying it's valid.
We're not agreeing. Yeah.
But he's not innocent in this either. Right. So So then after they broke up, so she cheated, they broke up. Afterwards, her petty side came out and she decided to become a stripper because she knew that he would always be a strip club.
A whole career change to be petty. I love it.
And he's like, they're like, oh, did you ever see her like go to the strip clubs that she was at? And he's like, no, I wouldn't go to the ones that she was at. And she was like, your friends did, and winked at him. And I was like, ah! Bro, she got his ass.
God.
She said because she wanted her, she became a stripper too because she wanted his friends to see her naked to get back at him.
Damn.
And then he was like, oh no, I didn't go to the strip clubs that she was at. And she was like, well, your friends did, and they came regularly. So.
That's tea. Yeah. Oh my God. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall, bitch. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall in there. Oh my God.
Just eat some wings. Just be watching it all go down.
A drink. Dude. No, but okay. So a lot of people have like controversy about, you know, strip clubs and whatnot.
Oh, when it comes to
I think
relationship wise?
Yeah. But I think it literally just comes down to your specific boundaries. And if she asked you several times to not go, you're lying to her, number one, because I'm sure you're not saying, oh, I was at the strip club, you know? Like, she's probably finding out other ways. But also, if she's unhappy and he's like
continuously doing it, not caring about her feelings. He's not
honest, why are you with him? Like, you didn't even have to cheat. You could have just broken up with him.
Just left.
That's what I don't understand.
He probably did it. That probably also was part of the pettiness. Was like, all right, you keep like ignoring my feelings and getting these dances from other women. Like, I'm gonna do either the same or worse than what you did to me. Like, that probably was also the petty side. Like, coming out. Again, not saying that that's correct.
That gives you such bad karma back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But like, I agree with that though, that it's your guys' boundaries. Because like some people are okay with, you know, going to strip clubs. They don't care. And that's fine. Again, that's your guys' relationship.
To each their own.
She says it made her uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And that's your wife or your girlfriend. Like, then don't do it. You should
respect it.
Yeah. You know, it's that simple. And then if it's just not working out, if you prioritize that, then clearly you don't want to be in a relationship anyways. So
yeah. And it's like going to the strip club, if that's really that important, serious to you and important to you, why don't you just bring her with you?
Right.
I don't get it.
Yeah, so I thought that was a pretty good petty story.
She wins the episode. I have one last one. This one's also very good.
Okay, I'm excited.
We're ending with a bang for sure. Okay. So this person says they like to end their relationships amicably. I am friends with a few of my exes. This one, however, has been a weapons grade douchebag to me for a couple of years, then threw me and my children out suddenly with nothing but the clothes on our backs and made a few choice death threats to me. Trigger warning. So sorry, guys. I didn't realize that. Don't worry. The police are involved. Well, a few hours earlier, I went to a police escort to gather the rest of mine and my children's belongings. He was sitting on the couch with his new girlfriend, both drunk AF. The officer stayed with them. I went to what used to be our bedroom, packed my belongings quickly, packed my children's things, then released 100 crickets under his bed, in his closet, in his dressers, and in what used to be the children's bedroom. I made sure there were more male crickets than female, so they'll be noisy as hell while attempting to find a mate. And these little buggers will eat anything, wood, clothing, and they're very good at hiding during the day.
Damn, see, that's the creativity I'm talking about.
My mind doesn't go crickets. Yeah. My mind is crickets.
It might go silent
in there. There ain't nothing in there. Oh my God.
That's crazy.
These people are willing to spend money to get revenge.
I bet crickets aren't that expensive though.
You're probably right. Because they're like food for another animal that you would buy.
Yeah, they're probably cheap as hell.
They're for like the bearded dragons and stuff. I think they eat I was gonna say they eat lizards. They eat crickets.
Cannibals.
I know, nasties. That's freaking crazy.
Good. That's good, because especially in his bedroom, he's gonna hear that shit all
His
night.
drawers.
He's gonna have all his clothes with holes in them or something, and like.
And once they do mate, there's gonna be babies, and that's probably even worse to get rid of. 100 could turn into 1,000 real quick.
Oh, quick.
I wonder how many crickets. Do they lay eggs or do they just?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay, I wonder how many crickets a cricket could have at one time. Like give birth to. Literally, I wonder. I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. And how like fast can they? Like if it's just one
gestational period.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's so
hats
good.
Hats off to y'all. Hats off to you guys, because I don't know that I've done many petty things compared to these people.
Oh, for sure not on the same level as some of these people.
Yeah, like I might have had an attitude once or twice or 3 times, but that's probably as far as it went.
My pettiness creativity level is just not that high up there. Yeah. Even though that'd be nice, it'd be funny, but you know, right. It just isn't there.
And I think about the karma. I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want that cosmic debt, you know?
True. But you know, some of those were justified, and y'all did it in a way that most of them weren't too bad.
And they entertained us, so yeah. It was worth it for that.
And like the tons of other people that read it or listened to it.
Yeah.
Good on y'all.
So that's all the stories we have this week, guys. Should we hit them with the wisdom of the week? It is.
Okay. Sis, you are the moose. You have a light that no one can dim and a vibe that those around you have no choice but to feel. So lift that head and be your authentic self. Is this by Amelita?
No, it's not.
That's someone like you.
Really?
She said, sis.
It says, sis, you are the
together.
mood.
No, I'm just kidding.
Baby girl, you are the mood.
She goes, what's that TikTok sound that's like, you really had me out here thinking that I was mid? Oh yeah, that I was mid.
That I wasn't that ish. That I wasn't that za. Are you crazy?
That's that.
She said, let me reintroduce myself, because that bitch you used to fuck with, she don't live here no more.
Yeah.
I love that sound. It gives me such confidence.
Energy.
Yeah. I'm like,
hopefully it did the same for you guys.
Yeah.
And the quote did the same for you guys. And we will be back.
And that's it, folks.
Next week.
We'll see y'all. We will see y'all next time. Stay tuned, bitch.
Peace.
Bye.